You know, I was surprised that the mall was open today, and I said, they didn't statement to the community. They haven't released anything about resources or any type of countermeasures. Or it's like we can't just move like this didn't just happen. We as a community, I mean, public safety is first and foremost, and they need to be held accountable for what happened. They need to put in better safety countermeasures. They should be offering counseling services for families and for their retailers and for, everyone that was traumatically involved with the situation.
Yeah, I'm hearing you on that. The community is, equally concerned. I know a lot of people were making comments today about just everything being back as if nothing happened. But we will definitely be
Yeah.
pushing as reporters, anchors, media folks for more answers. Again, it happened on a weekend. Okay, I mean, these days everybody's cutting back. Maybe
Yeah.
maybe they don't have weekend people. I don't know, but hopefully tomorrow
No.
we will get some answers
Yeah, but
from the folks that are back in the office after the weekend. I don't know.
they should have been in the office today.
Agreed.
They should have been there today. They should have been. I mean, because somebody made the decision to open today.
Yep.
And so whoever made the decision to reopen today should have also made the decision to release a statement to the community, um, to the patrons. I mean, my granddaughter was literally at Panera Bread, like
Wow.
she was going headed to the mall. I was on my way to meet her at the mall. And so there's a lot that comes into play when these types of scenarios happen. I mean, the scene was very chaotic. You had store managers and people looking for their employees. You had people looking for their family members. I mean, it just seemed like it was the worst case scenario when it
Yeah.
comes to any type of shooting that would take place in a public space such as this. And by it being the biggest mall in South Carolina, they definitely need to put some better countermeasures in place. We need to speak more on public safety and just hold them accountable. It's about complete accountability at this point. Somebody
Yeah.
dropped the ball, and they could have at least released a statement to the community.
Yeah. Well, there's more to come on this, obviously. I will say, and I don't know if you got to see that, the Greenville Police had been very quiet today. We hadn't heard a word, a peep out of them all day. And, we've got these
Everybody has
kids.
been quiet.
Yeah, the kids have all been asking for, answers like, Mommy, have people been arrested? I mean, and, and,
Right.
and there's one arrest as far as we know that we can talk about. And they're apparently unable to identify the person who started the whole thing. So they're asking the community to step up. What do you have to say about that?
I mean, there should have been more involvement from the police's side as well, even before this incident took place.
What do you mean?
The they have security countermeasures. There never should have been, after things that have happened in the past 2 years at Haywood Mall, from the other fights, from the other
Hmm.
shootings.
Yeah.
A shooting occurred at Haywood Mall, and Chick-fil-A and all that stuff, like last year. After those incidents took place, there should have already been countermeasures in place as to where we wouldn't even have to worry about whether or not someone can make it into the mall with a gun. They need to have stricter policies in place. Um, they just have to step it up, even if they have to get off-duty officers. I know the city has a lot going on. There's a lot going on this weekend with the Jazz Fest and everything like that. However, we just have to feel safer as a community. And yesterday at 1:15 p.m. on the hottest day of the summer, where families and kids and teenagers and elderly people were enjoying themselves at the mall and food court, it was a mass shooting. And we might as well call it what it is. A lot of people don't like to call it what it is. We might as well call it what it is. And it's time for the community to step up and say, you know what? Enough is enough. We want answers. We want to know how you're going to protect us and our children from this type of situation taking place again. Because
Yeah.
even my granddaughter and her friends today, they were saying they weren't going back to the mall.
Yeah.
And as I said, it's just June. What, June 14th, June 15th?
Right.
We have three more
We got a
months to go.
long summer ahead of us. We sure do.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. And so,
Well,
something needs to
hopefully,
happen.
I will say this. Hopefully, in the silence that we have heard over the last 24 hours or so, we will see an amazing plan rolled out tomorrow. Maybe they've been figuring things out. Let's hope. We'll be
They
asking
should just,
questions and pushing for answers for sure.
and I know you will, Amy. I know you will. I know you'll stay on top of it. And I truly appreciate, you for having this conversation and inviting me to this conversation as well. And we have to continue it.
Yeah.
We're going to continue it. I just feel that the time is now for, media, advocates, community leaders, just everyone in the community to say, okay, we want answers. How are we going to feel better protected in the largest mall in South Carolina?
Yeah.
Like, what are you going to do to help us feel better? Because all the trauma and everything that took place yesterday, like I was there when the retailers were coming out with their hands raised in a
Oof.
line.
Yeah.
It was several people crying.
Yeah.
The baby strollers that were empty and the shoes that were in the parking lot where people ran out of their shoes and
Literally. Yeah.
just everything. And so again, they can't be silent.
Mm.
We deserve answers.
Yeah.
We spend our monies there. We
Mhm.
deserve answers.
Well, and you heard, I think, if you were with us, maybe you could join late, but we had a mom's quote up that she had let her kids sleep in the bedroom. They were at the mall yesterday, and she heard something in the middle of the night, and she looked up, and her son in his sleep was running. In his
Wow.
sleep, and so that's why I
Wow.
brought in a counselor to talk about, like, how do we all process this? And a lot of it is just talking it through, not giving kids too
Right.
much information so you don't scare them, but just we got to talk, and definitely need more information from authorities, the mall, the
Exactly.
police, everybody, the city.
I mean, and to be honest with you, I'm disappointed that we haven't heard from them.
Hmm.
I'm disappointed. Because it takes nothing to send out even to post something on social media,
Sure. Yeah.
just anything. I mean,
Hmm.
we're not asking for an immediate plan,
Yeah. No.
but
No.
at least
Like,
let the
hey, we
community
we
know.
realize something has to happen here. You know.
Right, something needs
Yeah.
to happen, right, and
Yeah.
that's just it. I mean, and it's just that simple. And it's like I'm disappointed in the fact that we didn't wake up to more, even a news conference or something.
Yeah.
I
I
know
was
it's
surprised.
Sunday.
Mhm.
Yeah, I know it's Sunday, but still,
Yeah.
like, we're
It's a
not going to
big
sleep
deal.
this away. It's a
There were
big deal.
hundreds of people impacted.
Hundreds. And
Mhm.
this made national news, like it's everywhere.
Yes, it
My
is.
family from Detroit, they were calling and texting me and everything, asking about it. And so again, it's a serious situation and it
Mhm.
needs to be addressed. And we need safer countermeasures put in place. And we need to know what those countermeasures are. We need to know what the plan is. They need to make the plan. They need to put it out there. They need to let us know what it is. Enough of this. Let's be quiet and let's wait to see what they're going to say and let's wait to see what they're going to do. It could have been me, my
Mm.
grandchild. It could have been you or your children.
Yep.
It could have been any of us out there running for our lives because some people decided that they wanted to do something as crazy as shoot at the mall in the middle of the day. And it also shows them that, you can't put a time and place on it. And so again, we need a
Right.
Monday through Sunday plan, not just a weekend plan. We don't need just an evening plan. We need a Monday through Sunday plan. And we need it now
Mm.
because they've had time to put something together.
Yeah.
They've had time. And
Mhm.
so as a community, we have to stop because we dropped the ball when a couple of weeks passed and we just let things die. This time we can't allow it to die. We have to make sure that we show up, that we request the meetings with mall management, um, that we request the meetings with the chief of police and city managers and everyone. and everybody can come to the table and say, okay, listen, this is what happened. This affected the entire community. The community does not feel safe, and public safety is everyone's responsibility.
Well, Traci, thank you for joining, and thanks for your advocacy. And I will see you again soon, I'm sure. And all
Oh
of you at
yeah.
home, thank you for tuning in. We're going to wrap with Traci and say good night and wish you all the very best. Stay safe, and
Thank you
hopefully
so much,
we'll
Amy.
hear some big plans this week. Let's stay tuned for that.
Oh yeah, definitely. Thank you so much, Amy. I appreciate you.